Time now for Tradie Tuesdays with industry mentor Miles Primrose from Business Side. He's been mentoring trades and businesses across Australia almost 20 years now. We're seeing more females, of course, Miles, working in the builders and trades sector. Talk to us about that.
Absolutely, and look, one of the things that I find with a lot of tradespeople is the difference between what they want and they value. And we had Tanya on here the other week, and I was asking her, how do you get so much done? You know, you're the mother, the wife, you've got a business, you're helping the community and that type of stuff. And she said it comes down to what she's passionate about, and she'll get up early and she'll go to bed late if that's what she wants. Now, I would describe that in a black and white example of what people want and what they value. So a really quick example is I had an ad on a radio station from a business a few years ago, and there was a builder called up the number 1301 Trade, and then I spoke to him on the phone quickly. I said, look, when you come in and see me, what's the one thing you want me to help you with? And he said, cash flow. All right, so he came in to see me, and I took him through a very simple process. I asked him 3 questions personally, what he liked, what it was important to him, and 3 questions from a business point of view. Personally, he said, he wrote down what was important to him was his Maloo ute, his dog, and golf.
So the ute was more important than the dog?
Well, I might not have got the order exactly right, but and then on the business side, it was his work quality,
right,
his output, having contracts, and I can't remember the third one. But anyway, so I said to him quickly, I said, look, so things aren't going well with your wife, and you don't have a lot of money right now. This guy nearly punched me out. And he said, I thought I was coming in for some potential coaching, not a psych session.
Yeah.
I said, well, I asked what's important to you. There's nothing on here to do with money, and your family's not on here. I said, I bet you if I went outside...
Well, Miles, that isn't common. That is quite common. It's like when CEOs resign and say, I want to spend more time with their family. Who's ever wanted to spend more time with their family?
Let me go with the flow, Aaron. So I said to him, I said, look, if I went downstairs and I had a look at your ute in the street, it would be immaculate. He said, absolutely. And your dog's there, it's probably got a bowl of water on the floor and the windows down a little bit. Absolutely. Now, I'm not saying you're going to be very good at golf, but when you go there, you actually enjoy it. He said, yeah, how do you know? Anyway, so I said, I should get you to do some work for me on a renovation for my house before you actually do the workshop, because you're not going to charge me properly.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
So the moral of the story is, here are the things that he values. On the previous week, I said, what is it that you want? And he said, I want you to help me with cash flow. So it's like the analogy, I suppose, of somebody saying on Sunday night, they want to lose weight. They're going to go to the gym. They're going to eat salad and that type of stuff. Maybe go for a walk in the Dandenongs or something, get some fresh air. And then when it comes to the following Sunday, they're there having pizza and a few beers. So this relates back to the females in the industry. It's I believe the thing that they're doing better than most males is if they're really passionate about something, they're actually valuing what they're going after in a higher sense.
Do you think males are taking their jobs for granted at the moment then? Do you think that when you talk about females valuing and understanding that because of everything going on at home, that it's great to be able to work, it's great to be able to get out of that, it's great to be able to get into what has predominantly been a male-dominated area, that now all of a sudden men are finding themselves, you know, it's not just about guys anymore, it's not just a boys club?
Unfortunately, yes. And I believe that unfortunately that a lot of females actually have to put themselves in a position where they have to prove something, that they can do a job just as well or even better sometimes.
Yeah.
And that's actually what's getting them noticed a lot more these days.
We got a video to roll, let's play it.
Let's say they don't have any time, and you've got the people that actually make things happen. So how do you carefully juggle everything in your life to actually be able to do so many different things?
I think it's fair to say that it's driven by passion. So like everyone, I've got the same amount of time like everyone else. The internal driver, when I'm passionate about something, you just make the time to get the stuff done that is important to you. And it's part of your overall vision. So if I'm truly inspired to get something done, I just make it happen. I either get up earlier in the morning or set a goal or make sure I'm working on it at midnight when everyone else is sleeping. But I just have that internal driver, and it really does come from within to make the stuff happen.
So you've got a couple of children?
Yeah, I do.
And so you must be pretty good at actually managing them or getting them to actually take care of themselves in some way, or?
Well, I always say that anyone who's running a family, irrespective whether they're a mother or a father, you're already running your own small business.
Yeah.
You've got a budget, you've got revenue, you've got expenses.
Yeah.
So if anyone says I can't run a business or I don't have time, if you've got a family, you're already doing all of that. You're running your small operation business anyway. That's a family. So I don't. It's the mechanics behind it is the same as running a business, although it's a lot more emotional and time consuming because it's your family.
That's an interesting and a great, a positive way to look at it.
Yeah.
And I suppose that's one of the reasons that you're able to do what you do.
Yep.
The other thing is, and I'm pretty sure I know the answer to this question already. So, has it ever been intimidating working with men in the industry?
I've worked with men for a long time because it is a male-dominated industry. There's only something like 0.012% of registered building practitioners that are builders in Victoria. So it is a heavy male-dominated place to be. And actually last week I was at a luncheon with 70 high-profile businesswomen, and I thought, the question I got asked is it intimidating working with men? And it's just as intimidating standing up in front of a whole group of high-profile businesswomen speaking. So I don't really see the difference. I'm just one person in the industry. There's no difference whether the gender bias is completely. I don't see it. To me that's the right way of looking at it, because somebody's either a great person or they're not. It's not about
It's a great question, isn't it, in terms of being intimidated and saying, look, it's not really about that. It's actually more about whether or not we're feeling valued and what we're putting into it.
Absolutely, and I think Tanya, I know Tanya's a great example of a female in the building industry that's actually doing what others would actually either like to do or they may be thinking about. Mm-hmm. And one of the reasons that we showed her then is because, to me, she's the example of what people can achieve. She's got all the hurdles and the obstacles which other people might think of. You know, I've got a young family, I've got this to run, I've got this to do, but if she can do it, I mean, so many other people can do it as well.
Absolutely. Miles, appreciate your time. Have a good show today. We'll talk to you soon.
Thank you.